Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. I think this week I'm going to do these videos just to see if anyone's interested in it, because I'm interested in watching them and I thought it would be cool to react to them. I wanted to stay away from politics, so I mean, we'll hopefully not get into any political stuff because that's just boring and we don't want to argue about anything. But this week, this video we're reacting to today is Americans react to 10 things the UK does better than the US. I'm saying I don't want to get political, but this one could. I don't know what this video is. Tomorrow's video, what was it that I wanted to watch? Hold on, I'm going to give you a sneak peek. No, I'm not, but I'm going to tell you what it is tomorrow. Where are you? Americans react. So I think what we'll do tomorrow is Americans react to what British people think of Americans. I think that would be actually really funny. But anyway, there's a bunch of videos. We're just gonna, this week is gonna be nice and chill. We're just gonna react to some of these videos. I think it's fun. Like I say, I'm from the UK. I now live in America, so I'm a Brit that lives in America, reacting to Americans over the UK. And I've lived in the UK for 15 years. I've lived in America for 15 years. So I'm right in the middle, 50-50, baby. So anyway, today's one: Americans react to 10 things the UK does better than the US. Let's see what this is all about. All right, let's do this.
They be paying taxes to them?
Is it a monarchy? Is that their government?
Yeah, that's a monarchy.
Yeah. That's their government, like right now?
Yeah.
Well, I would say like a queen might as well be like a president. Because I know they had a queen.
It's not the same.
Yeah, that's a monarchy.
And a prime minister, but I didn't know what type of government they had.
Yeah, anytime it's like a king and queen.
The queen's more of like an advisor, right? Okay, I don't know if this is going to get copyright claims, so I'm going to skip it.
Country is the best in the world. However, a case can be made for some countries just being better than others.
Alright, so this is me reacting to them, reacting to that video down there.
Fields.
We get all the viewpoints.
The United Kingdom just does better than the United States.
I can already imagine that this is going to be, for a lot of people, like, people are patriotic, right? So I'm curious, like I say, as a dual citizen, I have dual citizenship, to see what the Americans think of what the UK thinks do better than America. Such a good song, man.
Many Americans often mock British people for still having a queen. They often say, "Get with the times. You're not free if you have a monarch. Your tax money is just being wasted."
Wait, they got a monarchy?
Oh, they be paying taxes to them?
Is it a monarchy? Is that their government?
Yeah, that's a monarchy.
Yeah. That's their government, like right now?
Yeah.
Well, I would say like a queen might as well be like a president. Because I know they had a queen and a prime minister and a prime minister, but I didn't know what type of government they had.
Yeah, anytime it's like a king and queen, it's a monarchy.
At times, you're not free if you have a monarch.
I think I mean, we just got out of the Jubilee, right? And I thought it was awesome. You know, the whole country, I don't know if any of you guys watched it or looked at highlights of it. The whole country comes together, the big parties, and, but there is a lot of people that think it's outdated and it needs to be, I think it's going to be very interesting, where, God save the Queen. If anything happens to her, she's, 96? It's going to be interesting to see what the thoughts are all around the world of the royal family. But I like it. I think it's cool.
Money is just being wasted. Well, the truth is that U.S. taxpayers have to pay more for their leaders. In 2014, the British royal family cost UK taxpayers just £35.7 million, while President Obama and his family cost U.S. taxpayers $1.4 billion in expenses that same year.
Yeah, well, there you go.
When it comes to cost-effective leadership, the Queen of England...
That makes sense why we pay more money, though.
Why?
More money generating over here.
Why does that? Because you generate more money? No. What? No. Anyway.
Is less expensive than the President of the United States.
That's common sense. That's not better. That's just.
The studies are in, and the verdict is clear. Roundabouts are not.
Oh God, this is going exactly as I thought it would. You hear what he just said? He's like, that makes sense. It's common sense. We're better. I think the thing, I talked about this yesterday in yesterday's video, that if you travel the world, your mind just gets blown. It opens it up to so many things. And, you know, if you don't leave the States, I don't know if these guys have left the States or not. But you get, like, I went to school here for a year, and it was just drilled into me, America's the greatest country in the world. America's the greatest country in the world. America's the greatest country in the world. And I think America's the only country that says that. And I know some Americans are going to be like, yeah, because it's the only country that's the greatest country in the world. But it's, you know, you've got to travel the world and see that there's so many beautiful countries. Every country is great, has its pros and cons. I would never say the UK is the greatest country in the world. I would never say the US is the greatest country in the world. But yeah, anyway, this is going to be fun.
Not only more efficient than US-style traffic intersections, they're also safer.
That's all roundabout.
Wait, they got we got everywhere's a roundabout there?
Not everywhere, but roundabouts are very common, and they work great, first and foremost. If you don't know, if you go to the UK and you've never been on a roundabout, you're going to be so confused. But they're amazing. They're great. I mean, over here, they just use stop streets. But, yeah. They're not everywhere.
But I don't like, I like the light better than roundabout.
I don't like roundabout.
It's not really for traffic light. I mean, traffic lights, you stop and wait. Roundabout, it's just continuously moving. It's more closest thing. It's not the traffic lights. It's closer to like a stop street. Basically, is what it is. It's like a stop street. But everyone can move. Instead of waiting for one car to go, and then one car goes, all directions can go. You all have to stop, but all directions can go. It's much better.
I like roundabouts.
Actually, I like roundabouts.
I like because it keeps moving.
It keeps it moving. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, you don't gotta stop.
I mean, if there's no traffic.
Well, yeah, there's no traffic.
But there's not that much traffic on them.
Forever.
There's really not.
Yeah, and them bitches change quick as fuck.
It looks just like that picture that they have in that video. That's, I mean, I don't think I've ever been to a roundabout that's like crazy traffic. It looks just like that.
Yeah, that's true. Hold on, let me see.
It depends on
The studies are in, and the verdict is clear. Roundabouts are not only more efficient than US-style traffic intersections, they're also safer. Mythbusters even tested this theory, and they clearly demonstrated.
So basically, they saying that we don't have roundabouts or something.
You do. They don't have a lot.
Just now getting them. Like it's getting popular in the US. The US didn't have.
It's definitely.
It's getting popular now. Yeah, because it's safe.
Because it's a street. I mean, it's like
this video back in like 2016.
Yes. Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
Demonstrated that roundabouts allow for 20% more cars to pass through in any period of time than what is possible in an intersection. Another advantage is that in a roundabout, drivers don't have to bring their vehicles to a complete stop. This has been shown to be safer for both drivers and pedestrians. So all in all, in this area, the UK has the US beat when it comes to traffic control.
But the traffic, you go to a major city, like any major city, it is awful. The UK has very small roads. I mean, the UK, you got to understand, it's a very old country. It wasn't built for these modern day cars, right? London especially, you know, the very small roads, all the country, like the roads are much smaller. But yeah.
Intelligence.
The average intelligence of each country in the world is something that has been rigorously studied over the past few decades. Well, the results are in, and quite embarrassingly, people in the UK are smarter than people in the United States. The average IQ of the United Kingdom stands at 100, while the United States falls short with an average IQ score of 98.
2 points.
This may not seem like a lot.
That is true though. I did a study, and it was like, because when we go to the doctor, they got to break it down to it's like, we just had a heart attack. It's a whole different name for a heart attack and all that stuff. Like, we medically stupid.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, I get that. I probably get that. But, like, and, like, say, like, building a house, I guarantee nobody in the UK can build a house better than me.
I don't know. But
what did he just say? I guarantee no one in the UK can build a house better than me. Maybe he's great building houses. I don't know. I mean, if you look at buildings, I mean, the UK's got some beautiful architecture, right? It's an old country. Like I say, these were built hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Yeah, I don't know. Let's continue.
They know more about the other world than us, though.
True.
It's mainly.
I feel like the UK is more, like as far as like geography goes, like I think if you asked UK kids geography questions or world history questions, they would know a lot more than the US. And I say that from having friends that live here, talking to them, from going to school here. Even when I was in school here, they didn't, like, world history was basically American history. Like, it was not. I took world history, and it was all about America, and like geography, like just not knowing. Like, there's that whole meme where, you know, Americans like look at the world map and it's just a map of America. But again, that comes back to America's the greatest country in the world. You don't need to care about the rest, right? But I don't know. I mean, smarter. There's freaking idiots all over the world, man. Like, yeah, we can watch some that make the UK's look like idiots too. Like, I've saw a video recently where they asked just a bunch of kids questions in the UK, and it was like, and they do the same thing here. It's just everywhere.
Because we don't give two.
Yeah, like,
it's mainly because we don't.
Here.
It's probably mainly because like we don't care enough for each other. They do.
We don't care about the world.
Yeah, cause like look how
That's true. He's like, we don't care about the world. Again, it's not anyone's fault. You were taught it in school. Like I say, I went to school here for 1 year, and you were taught America is the greatest country in the world. Everyone else is, you know, it's just not as good. We are more superior. It's just taught in school. I mean, if you're being taught this stuff in school, why wouldn't you believe it?
we're not even right now. It's June 2nd.
Yeah.
And we're not even wearing masks. Masks cut off at June 2nd. They said no more masks.
Well, yeah, that's true.
They still quarantined. They can't get out. They can't get a haircut.
That's because they government.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's like more health. They care about each other. They care. We don't care. You go out, you get corona. Get corona.
We don't.
Again, this is getting political, but it's more so with the Americans' whole like freedoms, take away my freedoms mentality over here. So basically, you know, it's very difficult to enforce things when it's a country that's built off of your personal freedoms, you know. So that's where it got difficult with the whole mask thing as well. Yeah, it's just we talked about it yesterday's video. Different cultures, you know, respect cultures. It's just the culture here, you know. It's a country that's built off of their amendments, and I don't know. I don't think they could ever change the amendments. I think it would cause a civil war. But yeah, it's very difficult to make change in the US because of just the way that the laws and everything's set up. It's pretty difficult. But yeah, anyways, continue.
Don't care.
We don't care. That's the thing.
Like literally. And then like no cap, when we were stuck in the house, it'd be niggas like me like, okay, like I'm not gonna stay in the house this long. I'm getting out. I'm gonna go drive my car and go get some food. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, that's true. Man.
Come on, like.
Fall short with an average IQ score of 98. This may not seem like a lot, but those two crucial points are enough to make the United States fall below the mean European IQ, which is 100. Many people argue about the cause of this, whether it be better schooling or higher standards of living, but the facts don't lie. When it comes to IQ, the UK is superior to the US.
True. Scientific research.
Now that you know the differences in average IQ between the US and the United Kingdom, it probably doesn't come as a surprise when you learn that the UK actually contributes more to science than the United States, at least on a per capita basis, which is the metric that divides the number of scientific papers published by a country's scientists and divides that number by the country's population. This results in a number that gives you a good idea of how scientifically productive a country is on average. Well, in this category, the United Kingdom has the United States outclassed. The UK publishes 1.424 scientific papers for every 1,000 citizens, while the United States only produces 0.988 scientific papers per every 1,000 citizens. This gap in contributions in the world scientific community is a point of pride for people living in the United Kingdom, and this is certainly an area where the United States should try to catch up.
No, wind power in the UK is way more
The
superior.
United Kingdom
for
possesses
sure.
the most productive offshore wind farm in the entire world.
Yeah.
This world-class installation is the Greater Gabbard Wind Farm, which produces over 1.75 terawatt hours of clean and renewable energy every year. The United States and indeed the rest of the world has nothing that can compete with this installation. In fact, the United States doesn't even have a position in the top 25 most productive offshore wind farms, while the United Kingdom holds the top first, second, and third spots, with Denmark being its closest competitor. The UK's superiority doesn't just end there, however. The United Kingdom is the largest exporter of offshore generated wind power, which means that not only is the UK producing the most offshore wind energy, it's also creating enough to supply other countries.
This whole like superior, like this video is very obviously biased towards the UK, but you know, as far as wind energy, of course, you know, and it's an island. It's cold, wet, windy. It doesn't got nothing to do with it, but you know, they do a good
Just
job.
as with wind power and scientific papers, the United
Some of these are
Kingdom
kinda
is
stupid,
better
though.
when it comes to producing authors and great works of literature.
It's an
The
old,
UK top
it's an old country. America's like what, 300 years, something years old, 350 years
the
old.
charts of publications per capita, with only China and the United States beating out the country in absolute terms, despite the UK's much smaller populations. Overall, the UK produces 2,875 titles each year for every 1 million inhabitants of the country, while the United States only produces 956 titles for every 1 million inhabitants. This is an even more impressive feat when you learn that the UK has only 1/5 the population of the United States. So when it comes to books, the US is still quite a few chapters behind the UK.
Quite a few chapters behind.
While it is true that Hollywood is the
What did he just say? Successful film franchises. Yeah, I mean the UK has a lot, but that's Hollywood, right? Let's see what he said though. I didn't catch it.
the UK.
I ain't read a full book since high school.
Oh, he's talking about
While it is true that Hollywood is the film capital of the world, and as a result produces more
That gotta
films
be
per
cap.
year, this doesn't compare to one of the capital of the world.
I don't
And
believe
it-
this
I
one.
don't believe
Hell
it.
no.
I don't believe this film.
They got better films? That's cap.
Can't be.
That's cap.
Can't be.
That is cap.
Hollywood, right?
While it is true that Hollywood is the film capital of the world, and as a result produces more films per year, this doesn't compare to one of the UK's greatest film achievements. The most successful film franchise of all time
James
is
Bond.
a British film franchise,
that?
the James Bond series. The James Bond series was the first to gross over $1 billion.
I mean,
I get what they trying to do.
Marvel is Marvel US.
Marvel, yeah, that's number one.
That's number one.
I mean,
Well,
Harry
Star
Potter
Wars
was
was
written in the UK, right?
I don't
Would
know.
you
It's-
call
I
that an
think it was
American
rated in
movie?
the US.
It's technically
Oh, yeah,
made
it
in
is.
Hollywood.
Yeah, I think it
Well, actually,
is.
it wasn't. It was made in London.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's enough.
Dollars in sales,
Batman, X-Men.
and is still the highest grossing.
What's that? Total World. So they're just gonna do James Bond. They're not gonna.
Then I can say Marvel.
Yeah, like what's? I'm so confused.
I was
right now.
confused too.
Film franchise.
3 billion
It
more.
seemed $1 billion in sales.
3 billion
And
more.
is still the highest grossing film franchise.
So fun.
It seems that people still prefer the cool suave charisma of Agent 007 to the loud action and violence of most American films.
No, Marvel.
Internet speed.
If you're a fan of watching...
Yeah, I'm
YouTube
confused as they are on that one. They even showed the chart with Marvel above it. It's the longest franchise film of all time. But Marvel is more successful franchise. And Harry Potter, I mean, it's made by Warner Brothers, right? So it's an American company, but they have... I'm pretty sure all of it was filmed in a London studio. So it was that, and it's written by, J.K. Rowling, who's British. So... I don't know, the film one's weird, man. I mean, you can't compete with Hollywood, let's be honest.
videos.
I don't
This is
know,
probably
man.
the most important category
That's
where
tough.
the UK is better than the
They got
US.
5G.
Wait, what that say?
Internet speed.
Oh,
I mean, if they shit faster than mine,
Then that's
they have to show
I
me.
mean, like it
They
just
gotta
it's
show
like
me.
it reaches a point.
They
I'm gonna
gotta-
start asking people what they phone, like what kind of phone you got.
Yes,
They
this
got
is
to
probably
show
the most important
Everyone has the same
category
phones.
where the UK is better than the US.
They gotta show
Despite having invented the internet, the UK has the US outclassed when it comes to average internet speeds. As of 2015,
I mean, I guess.
the average connection speed in the UK was 13 megabits per second, while the US only had an average of 12.6 megabits per second.
I mean, mine's
So the next time you're in an
I was
argument
saying
with a
in
British
2015.
person on the internet,
That's
remember,
Yeah,
I was gonna say my shit 15.
What's ours now, Jose?
How old is this video?
Cause I got the 12 Pro.
Well, the 12 Pro is just the phone. I actually have an iPhone 12 too. That's just the phone. It's not the internet speed. I mean, you get what you pay. I mean, I think mine. Well, I know mine's 500, but you can get a gig upload and download. You can get that in the UK and you can get it here. But this is just average internet speed, so.
6
It's about
megabits
this
per
Wi-Fi though.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
it ain't got nothing to do with the phone.
Oh, okay, okay. It's Wi-Fi.
second.
Oh, I
So the
don't know
next
what it is
time
now.
you're in an argument with a British person on the internet, remember that they probably have you outclassed in internet connection
Well, I
speed.
don't know what I argue about shit, but in here though, like, everybody to both sides.
Of the 118 known elements on the periodic table, 24 were discovered.
But that ain't the
Of the
discovery.
118 known elements on the periodic table, 24 were discovered by British scientists. This is more than any other country, and further reinforces the case of British superiority in the sciences over the United States. This number includes crucial elements such as hydrogen, sodium, xenon, and platinum. The US, however, wasn't totally outclassed by the UK, as the country did discover 21 elements on the periodic table, and as a result, earns a very respectable second place.
Can't we all just get along?
Damn, them bitches not like us at all.
They don't like
their
us.
flag in other countries.
Like Australia.
I mean, wait, why? Cause they
Oh no, it's
the
just
Commonwealth.
because they was,
like took over that.
Yeah, they took over other countries and stuff.
Okay.
This is probably the greatest sign of the
just didn't
UK's
give two.
importance and massive impact on the shape and history of the globe. As a legacy of the once great
Damn,
British
they did
Empire,
everything.
countless flags around the globe still bear the Union
Those
Jack.
literally
From
were all
Australia to New
Australian.
Zealand and even Fiji, over 20 major flags around the world contain the Union Jack in one form or another. Perhaps the most interesting and most humorous is that the number includes the U.S. state of Hawaii, which prominently and proudly displays the Union
They
Jack.
can't
The
brag
very
about
first
that.
flag of the young United States, the Grand Union flag, even contained the Union Jack as well. While countries such as Liberia and Malaysia have similar flags to the U.S. flag, these are poor facsimiles at best, and are vastly outnumbered by countries, states, and territories
They can't even
that still
salute.
fly the
This video is a bad one to watch. You know, for anyone, right? It seems like a very like, haha, we're better than you type video, which is it's so annoying because you could do this video on the other way around, and I'm sure the US outdoes the UK in a lot of things as well. But the UK is an old country, you know. it's got a lot of
For
lot of
most
history.
fish just like
They
this.
can't brag about no flag.
They can't brand no flag. It's a flag.
This will probably make.
They're so mad. See, this is just the patriotism, right? Don't talk about it's just a flag. We don't care about a stupid flag.
Make them mad, but if we want to take their flag, we can take it right now.
We can.
Just take the flag. What's he talking about?
That'll make them mad, but it's the truth.
Nah, that'll make them mad, but it's the truth. It's the
Like,
truth.
we could,
I'm just stating
Like,
facts.
if
Like
I'm
they
just-
trying to state facts. We gonna state a fact right
yeah,
now.
like we can say that's the U.S. flag now.
Yeah, that's the U.S.
Yeah,
flag.
like if the
Y'all flag is our
if
flag,
the
right?
president said, "All right, we're gonna go take over the UK." That's our newest state.
And we
No,
gonna take
no,
it.
like they can't do nothing with us though. Like
No cap.
As far as like military wise,
yeah, like they can't. They too little. They too little.
Right.
Yeah,
We already
no.
seen what happened last time.
Oh
they backed
no!
out.
If we really, if we really gonna like get
Like,
on
I ain't
that,
even
like,
No.
saying that, but that's why they call our president the president of the free world.
yeah.
Like our president has the last
You call
say
him that.
of the
Yeah,
whole-
no cap.
If
Yeah,
India
for
get
real.
if India getting whooped, everybody like, okay, what the U.S. gonna do?
Everybody go fuck.
That's
No cap. Like,
if the UK
See, this is the thing that again, this is just taught. Literally everything they're talking about is just stuff that you're taught in school over here. The fact is like, oh, we'll just go over there. They can't compete with our military. Listen, the American military is the biggest and strongest in the world, for sure. The UK military is very powerful too, but they're allies. They would never go to war. It just would never happen. It's like, oh, look what happened last time. This is the thing. This is what a teacher came up to me and said, we kicked your ass in the war. It's so bad. It's just what it's taught in America, though. You can't teach that America's the greatest and then say, you know, what actually happened in history. But yeah, like the War of Independence and all that stuff. Like, listen, just look it up. Because what you're taught in school is not accurate. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, right now, if they start getting attacked, everybody, the whole world, okay, what the U.S. finna do?
Then they sometimes they ask us for help.
That's what I'm saying.
They're like, okay, Mr. President,
what the U.S.
we need y'all to help us.
That's what I'm saying.
We getting whooped.
That's
Help
what
us,
I'm
please. Help us, please. I was like, okay, we on that. Boom.
But no, like,
we gonna handle that. We can handle that.
The UK intelligent though. I'm gonna get on their props.
Yeah, they are. I'm gonna give them a prop.
I want to see the comments to this video.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a scientist. Do you want to be a scientist?
No, but
Do you
after
wanna be a
watching that
scientist?
video, like I could.
When the last time have you read a full book?
Bro, let us talk.
Like,
Like, no, can they talk about something that I don't want to be? I don't want to be a scientist ever.
The thing, every time like they said something, he had a mean comment to say like,
yeah,
we don't. I didn't want to do that.
yeah, that's what I was about to say.
I mean, at least they caught on to it, right? But that is the typical, no matter what country you're from, that's just patriotism. It's like, oh, you're better than this, or oh, I'm better. You know, you just argue it back. You know, it's just, I mean, it's just the way it is.
I have not read, my whole life, I haven't read one book.
I mean, that's not supporting your argument here, though, at all. That does not help your argument here at all. Just saying.
That's not a lot.
Wait, what you had to say?
That's not a lot.
No, you just lied.
What is his argument there? I haven't read one book in my life. So what? Is that a good thing?
Name one book. Name one book. Say a book and see if I read it.
What Vontae had to say though? What Vontae had to say though?
No, what I
I
was
passed
about
the
to say.
test with 100%, bro.
Bro, okay, let's listen to what Vontae.
No, what I was about to say is like I can see how they be feeling like how they be feeling attacked like when we be like talking about their country. Because like this video is kind of.
If I can do this.
I mean, it wasn't talking down on the U.S., but
It was talking down on the U.S.
yeah.
I don't think it was talking down, but it definitely came across as a "we're better than you" video. You know what I mean? Like I say, this type of video is just really annoying because it just feeds that type of person that thinks that they're the best country in the world, and that video feeds the people in the UK that say it, and it's obviously going to ruffle the feathers of people that think their country is the best country in the
It
world.
was low-key talking down, but like it was just really just up. It was just making the UK look better, but like I can see how they could be mad when we be like talking about like their language wrong and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
You said their language is wrong? He just said that the UK language is wrong? You mean English? The language you're speaking? This is great.
I mean, Brits, they always talk about the U.S. though. They're Americans. Don't worry, they're Americans.
I don't know why. Like
I don't know why they do that.
I don't know if they wish we was still like.
They think we like.
Just
They
wish
think
we
our
was-
shit don't stink. They think we think our shit don't stink.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, true.
that's true.
Or maybe
It's
they just
true.
wants to be a part of them still. I don't know.
I don't know. They be like, man, don't worry, they just American. They dumb. You know?
They-
And like, I don't know. But man, y'all let us know what y'all
Like
think.
America.
Y'all learn something new?
Yeah.
I like the American government though.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, we like free for real.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can wake up every day and know I can just like do what I want to do. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
You can do that in the UK. What are we doing here? What's this? I think this is one of the misconceptions that it's taught in American schools. Is the land of the free, their freedom to do everything over here, as if the rest of the world's not free, which is completely wrong. Completely wrong. Like, that's what confuses me a lot of the time. It's like they're mad. People, like Americans, say that the rest of the world's mad at their freedoms, which is not true at all. I don't know where that comes from. But like him saying he can wake up every day and do what he wants, you can do that in the UK. What's the difference?
like in America, like life is what you make out of it.
Cause they said when they was on lockdown, if they went out, they got a ticket immediately.
Yeah, like
For real?
Yeah.
Damn.
They was locked.
Well, that's just enforcing a law, a curfew, a lockdown during a global pandemic. Again, the sad thing about it is even talking about a pandemic is political these days, which is annoying as hell. Like, I hate that everything comes down to politics, right? So I'm not even going to talk about a pandemic.
On real deal lockdown. Like over here, you get on lockdown.
So they was in jail.
Down there.
when you think about it, like America can't be
Yeah, I ain't even trying to talk down on it.
It can't be. But listen, I try, like I say, I've been in the UK half my life, in America half my life, but talking on something like this, I think saying that in the UK the lockdown was enforced and in America it wasn't enforced, I don't think that's a strong selling point. Like he just said, and I agree with him, you couldn't lock down America. You couldn't. Again, it goes back to the, you know, it's just the way of life here, the Constitution, the amendments, you know, all that stuff. It's hard, and you can't really, the whole freedoms thing, I think does hurt the US sometimes. But it's great also, you know, it's difficult.
I'm just saying, like, the US, I mean, yeah, you can say we dumb as far as, like, internationally.
Yeah.
But
or maybe we just don't care about all that stuff. We don't like.
That's what it is.
Stuff that going international,
Like
we don't care about. But I mean, American, they do generate the most money by far, and like got the best military and stuff. No facts. You can't get mad at that. No facts. Like when they said like Stormzy,
No one's mad at that.
The biggest artist over there that make the most money. His network $25 million.
compare him to Drake, or no, I mean Drake Canada.
What did you just say?
Yeah.
Compare.
Like when they said like Stormzy, the biggest artist over there that make the most money. His network $25
Compare
million.
him to Drake, or no, I mean Drake Canada.
Yeah, I mean, as far as music, if you can break America, that's when you've made it, right? America is definitely the biggest entertainment capital of the world. Yeah, no one's hating on that, though. No one's mad about it. I feel like, you know, I don't blame these guys. They're getting very defensive over that video, but it's a very patriotic, in-your-face, we're better than you video, right? So you would get defensive over it. I would the opposite way
Compare him
around.
to Diddy,
Can't be illiterate.
Jay-Z.
Yeah,
That's
that's
different.
what I'm saying. Like, I mean, we got a couple
Yeah,
billionaires.
we got billionaires.
But
I mean, we've got billionaires in the
But
UK. There's billionaires
I mean,
all
the
over the
richest
world.
people in the world live in America.
Not all of them.
that's true. So,
Jeff Bezos.
Oh,
Elon
yeah.
Musk,
Mark
Musk,
Gates,
Mike Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true.
Zuckerberg.
The money rolling. But man,
And
Oprah
I'm sure all of
Winfrey.
them got Facebook,
Got Oprah Winfrey.
Instagram.
Oprah ain't.
She up there though.
She ain't up there.
She a
Billionaire?
She a billionaire.
She
bro.
Rihanna up there too. She a
Yeah.
billionaire.
Oh yeah.
What are we talking about now? What is
Like, they
happening?
ain't up there like they're not up there like the.
Yeah, they not up there, but like if you a billionaire, you
No, like, they up there to us. Yeah, to us they up.
I mean, they said the richest person in the world is Elon Musk. What, like 287 billion or something like that. But in reality, there's even Elon Musk will tell you he is not the richest person in the world. A lot of this wealth is undisclosed. I mean, it's reported even someone like Putin is probably one of the richest people in the world, worth way more than Elon Musk. But it's undisclosed. Like, if you had that much money, would you want the world knowing? No. It's just no. I'm sure Bezos and Zuckerberg and all these people would prefer it if they could hide their wealth too.
in the UK, they got some billionaires.
Yeah.
Oh, you was comparing to the okay. I thought
They
you
might do.
I don't
In
know.
the UK, do they got billionaires?
Yes.
They don't.
Thank you.
They
Rihanna.
don't. So supposedly there's 177 billionaires in the UK. Don't get me wrong, that's much less than there is in the UK. The US says there's like 700 and something. But I mean, this is the thing, right? Nah, they don't have any billionaires. Like, how do you know? What makes you think that there's no billionaires in the UK?
I'm naming stuff that they don't
Hey,
have.
Siri, who's the richest person in the United Kingdom?
Probably the Queen.
What's
I
how
found this on the web.
What's how embarrassing this is?
It's some British billionaires.
Okay, so British billionaire. Yeah.
James Ratcliffe.
Okay, y'all just 6 billion.
6 billion. That's the richest. 6
No,
billion.
he's 6 billion richer than last year.
What is
Yeah,
happening?
he's
What are we
right.
watching?
How
I don't
much
know.
They do.
How much? I don't know how much it is.
But like, this is the thing. This is when it starts getting petty. You know what I mean? Like, it's like we just watched this video, and now it's like, well, we have more billionaires, and then they find out there's billionaires. It's like, oh well, our billionaires are richer than your billionaires. Like, now we're just getting down to absolute. What? Who cares? I don't care.
Net worth. He is worth 17.2 bill. Okay. Oh, y'all was tripping. So they definitely got billionaires over there. I don't think it's as many as the U.S. But
No,
they
not at all.
Okay, cool.
I don't know what he do though. But
Somebody tell us what's his name?
America has a lot of tech
Ryan
entrepreneurs.
Radcliffe, yeah.
What did he do?
Yeah, what he do? Y'all let us know if y'all enjoyed this video. Let us. They be saying we violated them. But, we don't violate them.
Alright, I think that's
Are you
good.
looking for a new fence or gate for your home or property?
No.
Type in
Alright, we're done with that one. I think that was an interesting one. Because it was the video they watched was definitely, you know, the UK is more superior in all these things. And they were getting very defensive of it, which is funny. I mean, it would be the same the opposite way around. If America was saying we're more superior at these things, people would get defensive over it. Everyone's patriotic, right? But I think the arguments were a bit bad. The arguments against it, I don't read books. I haven't read a book in all my life. I don't think that's doing what you think it's doing. I don't think that's, you know, a good argument there. And also saying like, oh, when the UK goes on lockdown, it gets enforced, and in the US they can't enforce it. And that's not a good point to make either. But it was an interesting one. It was an interesting one for sure. Anyway, let me know in the comments if there's anything you would like me to watch, or let me know what your thoughts and opinions are on this. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Bye.